Hello, makers. I'm Jen, head of marketing with Making. My pronouns are she, her, and my Making app username is Knit Pearl. We are on day 3 of Flock Fiber Festival, day 2 of vendor interviews, and it has just been so amazing. I have a wonderful human here with me. Sophie, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, I'm Sophie, and you may notice my weird accent because I'm from Yorkshire in the UK. So I've traveled, I think it's nearly 3,000 miles to Fiber Flock Festival. Flock
Fiber Festival. Yeah.
I've been getting it wrong the whole time.
I mean, if you've traveled this far, you're allowed to have a few missteps. Yeah.
I run a company called Botanical Yarn, and I hand dye wool inspired by botanicals. And my Making app username is Botanical Yarn, as is my Instagram, YouTube, website, all of those.
I love it. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so let's start with talking about you. Tell us your journey as a maker. Where did everything begin?
Well, that's a good question. I like that question. I studied fine art painting at university in London, so that was great fun. And I specialized in abstract painting, playing with color and pigments and textures. Yeah, so I love that. Graduated from uni and was like, oh, what do I do? Oh my goodness. So worked for a corporate company in London, had a great time of organizing events. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. So I'd started knitting with the company Wool and the Gang, big chunky wool. Yeah. And crocheting with Toft. Have you heard of Toft?
Yeah.
Amigurumi.
Yes.
Those animals. And then I didn't have enough color that I wanted. There wasn't the right pigments. It wasn't the right shade and tone. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I just had to go. And that was nearly 5 years ago.
I love it. There's actually been quite a few people who have said that their yarn dyeing journey began because they couldn't find the color that they wanted. Yeah. And then they turned it into a business. That's crazy. I love that. That's dedication. So you started dyeing, and was it like all of a sudden you were like, okay, I did this one batch, now I'm going directly into business? Or was it, how did that translate?
It was a slow journey.
Okay.
I was also working part-time to pay the bills. Mm-hmm. And then, Instagram just took off. It was just, I started posting things I was making with the yarn I was dyeing. And it was really good. We have few fiber festivals in the UK. Mm-hmm. So it was great to sort of start out there and exploring. But
awesome. So you have a podcast as well. Yes.
We have a podcast.
When we're talking about podcasting, I feel like a lot of people are nervous to do their own thing, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not for everyone. I'm not saying everyone needs to have a podcast, and maybe please don't, because you can listen to our podcast. I'm just kidding. Anyways, if you have a tip, because your podcast is on YouTube, and you're full video.
Yeah, full video.
Whereas ours is only audio, and with my very limited editing skills, I don't know that I could also throw that on YouTube and make it look
good.
do
very minimal editing.
Okay.
We just film and then just goes
put it up.
Yeah. So it's with my main lady who sorts me out right away with the business. She does all the twisting, labeling, everything yarn related.
Nice.
I do all the dyeing, and then Mel does everything else, basically. Wraps up orders. But she is a character. She really is a character. She gets confused, and she has a great giggle, and sometimes she snorts when she giggles. So it's amazing. So if you'd like to watch and listen to Mel snort, it's rather funny.
Yes.
We just have a chat, and she talks about, her weekend or what happened. Like, she's a very slow knitter, so we have a good joke about how many whips she's going and how long they've been
I love it.
Island.
Yeah.
It's very chilled. And then the postman will come, and we're mid filming, and then
I love it. And then you have the postman come join in, you I love that. Do you have any tips for anyone who wants to maybe try and start doing video podcasts on YouTube?
Yeah, I would just say go for it. Just try it.
Yeah.
just be yourself. There's no point being like precious about it.
Yeah.
Because I think if you try and I slip up all the time. I mean, I don't swear, but like I get confused with words and I'm just like, oh, that word doesn't make sense. But you just got to go with it. I understand that. There's no point being precious about it.
So as somebody who's in marketing, like that's like my biggest tip whenever anybody is like, you know, give me your best tip about marketing is to be yourself.
Yeah.
Because the more human that you are to people, the more that they feel connected to you.
Definitely.
And the more that they want to, you know, connect with your brand and give you their money, you know? Okay. So I read on your website that you go to the local cinema to watch movies and knit. I love that so much.
Yeah. I have seen the new Barbie film. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't had time. I want to so badly.
I'm really on the fence with it.
Okay, you're on the fence.
Yeah. I was expecting a lot more. Without spoiling it, I was expecting a lot more.
Okay. I will send you an email after I have watched it and we will have a chat because I am curious because I've heard a lot of good things, but there have been a few people who have been like, oh, I don't know. There's something that wasn't. So we'll chat about it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I just, you know, I talk a lot about on our podcast and on, you know, anytime we're doing any sort of lives about like my love of knitting and watching bad TV.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of that.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
But how do you classify bad TV?
Ooh.
I mean, that's the borderline. Like, is it the moment when someone says, what on earth are you watching?
Yes. And that's usually my partner.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say just turn on Bravo and anything on there is bad TV, but it's good.
Yeah.
I guess it's more like you're not going to learn something amazing. You're going to learn how to be a good person because you're not going to act like those people.
Yeah. It's good.
I'm going to get in trouble one of these days. Somebody that is on one of these TV shows is going to somehow hear this or somebody's going to tell them, like, I'm going to get in so much trouble. And I hope Bravo, Andy Cohen, please don't take any of this. I love your TV. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things. And I think it's because you don't have to pay attention.
Yeah. Well, in the UK, we have a soap called Coronation Street.
Ooh.
And it's set in Manchester. I don't know if you can stream it here. But it's definitely worth watching. It is bad TV.
I'll have to look. Okay.
But yeah, it's very funny. It's not funny. It's like just random stuff that they do. It's just like a street and everyone lives there. And it's like all the things that happen. And that's bad TV.
Okay. Got it.
It's on 3 times a week. So.
Oh my gosh. There's so much there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like Real Housewives.
Okay. I haven't watched any of them.
You haven't watched any of them?
No,
okay. Real Housewives of all of the things.
Yeah.
Of all the cities. I mean, everything that happened on Vanderpump Rules with the Scandival. You're looking at me. I know you don't know what that means.
Like, what the?
Do you have any tips on knitting in a movie theater? Because I tried it once and failed very horribly.
So just plain sock knitting is the best.
Okay.
I did try color work once and that wasn't good.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a simple, like a mosaic color work.
Okay.
But then I got tangled and I couldn't see the tangle. So it was just like, oh.
So it was like, oh, okay, we're putting this away. Yeah.
Yeah. Basic sock in the round knitting is on a small circular needle.
Got it.
Because if you have DPNs, then they're just going to drop and then
and then you're
non-retrievable.
It might stick to the floor. And okay, so what else have you seen besides the Barbie movie?
I'm trying to think. Not much really.
Okay.
I've been rather busy with
I know
festivals.
And
advent calendars. Advent calendar is taking over my life at the moment.
I love it.
Because I'm working on, so I've got 2 options of the advent calendar. I've done 24 20-gram minis,
Mm-hmm.
or you can do 500-gram skeins to open like each weekend of the Advent, like
oh my
December.
Goodness. Yeah.
But then it's been quite difficult. I've set myself a big challenge because I'm also working with 2 designers. So I'm doing a knit pattern and a crochet pattern.
Wow.
So the crochet obviously works a little bit different, and the yarn works, the speckles will work in a different way, and we're trying to work on a fade, so a crochet fade works very differently to a knitted fade. So that has been my life at the moment.
Well, Advents, got it. Okay.
But it's very cool.
I mean, I'm excited to see how this all plays out.
Be cool.
So I feel like I've asked this question and everybody's just laughed at me. When you're not making or running your business, what do you like to do that's not craft related?
Gardening. Yes. So in the UK, we have rubbish weather. Got it. At the moment, it's been raining for about 14 days straight.
Okay.
Flooding, monsoons, kind of heavy rain. But I have started growing dahlias. So in the UK, like here, I went to Pike Place Market and everyone was just selling them like $2 a dahlia. And I was like, they're amazing. It takes me like 3 months to grow one dahlia.
Oh, wow.
But
so it's a little bit more challenging.
My mum's a florist. So the inspiration, mum always has these amazing flowers around. And then my colorways are named after some beautiful flowers and different plants. So I'm trying to grow my own garden, so then I can have my colorways all in my garden.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I would argue that gardening is the form of making.
Yes, definitely.
We have that in the making app. It is listed as one of the crafts that you can choose.
I agree.
I just started a couple of years ago doing like a little bit of food gardening on our roof. So this year I have tomatoes and peppers, and they're just like, they're right at the point where I'm like, okay, I have to like be very on top of it because they're popping off. But it's very rewarding.
It is.
So
my boyfriend grows tomatoes. He's also growing onions, garlic, swede, cucumbers, and chilies.
Ooh.
But going away for 2 weeks, we're leaving the UK. We're in America for 2 weeks. He's panicking. Like the neighbors going over to water the tomatoes, and they have to be watered at a certain time of day to stop them splitting. That was a new fact that I did not know.
I'm learning something new as well.
So there's a certain regime.
Okay. All right.
I don't venture into that. I'm more about the flowers.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're with your powers combined. That's a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody has a story that they want to tell with their business. What is the story that you want to tell?
I don't know. My story. What, like a funny story that happened, or just
just like, I don't know, like when somebody thinks about your business, what is the feeling that you want them to get when they think about your product and your
a love of color.
Yeah.
So a lady came by earlier just this morning at the booth and said, wow, this must be your booth because you are full of color.
Yes.
And I said, yeah, okay, this is mine. I mean, I love pink. I am obsessed with pink.
Yes.
And it's being daring with that color and using colors in a way that you wouldn't necessarily think to use them. I'm a huge fan of Stephen West and his amazing patterns. So I love knitting his shawls and playing with like the contrasts of colors.
Yeah.
So just basically I love putting colors together and kits together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's awesome. What's next? But I mean, you have your advent calendars.
Yes.
Do you have any secrets that you can tell on this podcast about what is happening or on this video? Because I keep asking everybody this, and most people have been able to spill one secret.
Okay.
But you don't have to. It's okay.
Well, I'm hoping to come back to Seattle next year.
Yay!
Let's hope.
Yes.
Let's hope Jess runs this amazing festival again.
I mean, based on my conversations with her, I feel like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
When we recorded for Making Conversation, the podcast last week, she was going to the convention center to check it out.
Wow.
Before this even happened. So I have a feeling. Cool. So everybody keep an eye out for Flock next year, because you will not want to miss it.
It's been amazing.
Energy, the vibe, everybody has been so nice. Like I I don't know.
And it's so lovely to see people like sat around, like meeting people and chatting and then creating. So whether they're crocheting, they're knitting, they're spinning, you know, it's just so nice to see people coming together.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I feel like there's just this beautiful community vibe that's been happening, you know, even before the doors open.
Yeah. Queuing up since 4:30. Did you hear about that?
Yes. I did. And the part of me that enjoys sleep was like, that is dedication. I'm not, to each their own, you know.
Yeah, I need my sleep.
I need my sleep. I need my sleep. That's I do love that dedication though.
Yeah.
I wonder we got to figure out who that was.
Yeah, I don't think they're here now. They'll probably be asleep.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Well, how can everybody find you?
So I am on Instagram at Botanical Yarn. Website is botanicalyarn.com. YouTube Botanical Yarn, Facebook Botanical Yarn. Love it. Also, I forgot to tell you this. I organized a festival in the UK. So I live in York, a beautiful city, a very amazing city. If anyone wants to come and visit, please do. Yes. It is beautiful. We don't have any yarn shops, which is
got it.
It's a crying shame.
That is, yeah. Maybe that's your next thing.
Well, I do have open studios.
Okay.
So I can only be in one place at one time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But I organize a festival called Yorkshire Yarn Fest. Ooh. Basically to bind that need for yarn and fiber in Yorkshire. That's awesome. So I have a festival this November and next November. So if anyone wants to come, they're very welcome. Very welcome. It's a beautiful wedding venue in the middle of nowhere in the Yorkshire countryside. And there's workshops and craft nights and
so fun.
Maybe you can come next year.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been to Yorkshire?
I have not.
You should come.
I need to. Okay. We'll talk. I am just so thankful that you took the time. It is, again, it's been so wonderful meeting everybody, working for Making. It's been awesome because it's opened the door to meeting people in the part of my maker life. So thank you again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Make sure you keep an eye out because there will be a special Botanical Yarns discount.
Yeah. Shall I tell about it now or not?
If yes, go for it.
So as a thank you, I'm offering 15% off for anyone on the Making app using the code Making App.
All one word.
All one word in capitals.
In capitals.
So that's on my website, botanicalyarn.com.
You're amazing.
No, you're
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are not on the Making app yet, go to themakingapp.com and join the community. It is absolutely fantastic. And we have some amazing things coming down the pipeline as well. And subscribe to our podcast, Making Conversation. And thank you again.
Thank you.